Hey, how's it, Beach Bum? So continuing on from the first video, this is video 2 of this project. I'm ready to go ahead and start on the top. And what I'm thinking is usually I'd probably start in the middle somewhere, but as you can see from the design, some of this middle stuff is going to butt up against something that's over here, that's based on something that's over here. So I'm almost thinking I need to just start on the outsides and then just kind of work my way to this point, and then I'll start on the middle. So I think that's a good plan. It should allow for everything to work out and even out, because that's the main thing I'm worried about, is just you know, getting to a point where maybe it was a little off or something like that. So you just want to make sure, I'm wanting to make sure that I have just good reference points as I go along. So I'm going to go ahead and start, I guess, cutting these out, and I'm going to put glue down, and then I'm going to use a nail gun, which, you know, I could probably get by with just gluing it, but I'm going to use a nail gun, and then I'll go back and then backfill all the little holes with just some wood putty, so it won't be seen or anything like that. Oh yeah, real quick, one thing I wanted to mention was on these pieces that come over to the edge, like this one for instance, don't worry about cutting the 45s for the edges, you know, to make them perfect. Just let them overhang just enough, and then at the end, once everything's put on here, you can come back and just, you know, flip this over and just go along the edge of this plywood and just cutting it off, and you'll have a perfect edge instead of worrying about every single piece being cut perfectly. So that's just a little tip for you. Alright, so I just took a little break. I'd gotten pretty far on the top, but I actually ran out of those little strips that I had cut, and it was just a good timing because I had to go run some errands and stuff like that. So I took a little break. Now I'm back at it. I do need to cut just a few more of those 1-inch strips to be able to finish off the top. So it looked like it was going to end up taking me about just a little over 3 of those fence panels to get the top done for those dimensions. So that wasn't too bad. I mean, I think those things are like $1 or something like that. So for $3 I was able to do the top. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those strips, get that finished up, and then we'll see what happens. I don't know. Alright, so the top is done, and I think it's turning out really cool. The only thing I need really to do is to trim up these edges. Okay, so I got the edges cleaned up, and I went ahead and just lightly sanded the top. I didn't want to do too much because I was needing to fill all the nail holes in. And this is something new I've never tried before. It's usually I have like the little tub of wood filler that I usually just scoop out with like a popsicle stick or something and then smooth it out with my finger. But this is kind of like a little squeezy bottle, and it looks like you can just go along just filling in these holes. And you don't have to worry about it being smooth. Like I said, I'm going to come back over it and then sand it in just a little while, but it looks like it's filling it nice and easy. I think this would be a good alternative to what I've been using. Before I do a final sanding, I wanted to see how making a few of the boards darker was going to look. So I'm just, and this isn't even a dark stain, it's just golden oak. So it's basically like this color right here. And I'm just going to make a few of them and just kind of, you know, maybe make a little pattern or something. I don't know. We'll just see how it starts to look. And I'm not too worried about if it doesn't look great, because like I said, I still have to sand it another time because of the wood filler. And I can just sand out, you know, some of the stain that I put on there if it doesn't look too good. Man, I don't really have that lined up very well at all. Anyway, hope you can see. Can you see, guys? Oh yeah. Anyway, so I just finished adding that darker stain to some of it, not all of it. I just think it really it makes it look just cool, because it adds to, because basically, you know, I had a lot of different angles on this piece, and with it all sanded down to pretty much the same color, it kind of, you know, if you're up close you could definitely see it, but you know, it was kind of getting lost. So by adding some of the darker, now you can see all the different variations in the angles and stuff like that. And then I kind of left the center just that lighter color, and I still have to sand it, so it's not going to be actually this dark, It'll be a little bit lighter once I sand it and just kind of smooth everything out. And I think it'll look even better just with it kind of more subtle than it being so obvious. All right, so while the stain dries, before I can sand anything, I'm gonna go ahead and frame out the top. And it's weird because it just happened to work out. I just measured it. The boards I need for the side are the same exact width as what I used on the top, so 1 inch. So I'm able to use some of the boards I still have left over to build out this frame on the outside, which is awesome. I love when things work out like that. All right, guys, so that's it for today. I think it was a really productive day. I got the top completely done, and I'm happy with it for now. Anyway, you know, I think it turned out cool. I kind of had some more ideas to do to it. You know, like I mentioned, darkening the frame around it. But for now, I just want to leave it because I want to see what it starts looking like with everything put together. And so that might change. But for now, it's good. On the next video, I can go ahead and start on the bottom. You know, I plan on doing, you know, the board that goes around the bottom, the apron, I guess it's called, goes around. I got that to do, and I, of course, got the legs. And I got some cool ideas for both, so we'll see how those turn out. So please continue watching this little series of the entryway table. I think it's going to turn out cool, and I just want you guys to please keep checking in. So I guess I'll check you later. Peace.